The Golden Bachelorette. Signs Joan Vassos would move to Kansas before Chock Chapple would move to Maryland. Is she more dedicated to the relationship than him? January 17, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Critics have wondered whether the Golden Bachelorette's Joan Vassos and Chock Chapple are equally dedicated to the relationship, making Joan's out-of-state visit during the holidays particularly noteworthy. Joan and Chock formed an instant connection on the dating show, with Chock earning the coveted first one-on-one date. Joan ultimately chose the insurance executive as the recipient of her final rose, and Chock proposed. The pair have been engaged ever since. Following the final off the Golden Bachelorette Season 1, Joan and Chock enjoyed the benefits of their reality TV stint. From magazine covers to sponsored content, the couple have made names for themselves. Their active social media accounts constantly update fans with their relationship milestones. As the pair enjoy their first New Year's Eve celebration, Joan's travels stand out. The private school administrator dropped everything to share the holiday with Chock in his hometown. Now, critics are wondering whether Chock would do the same. Joan enjoyed her time in Kansas. Joan shares her New Year celebration with her fans in a carousel on her Instagram account from early January. In this post, Joan meets Chock's network of friends and enjoys nearby restaurants. She excitedly embraces everything Chock loves about his hometown. This trip and Joan's willingness to change her long-standing traditions remind fans how dedicated she is to her partner. Rather than spend time with her friends/family in Maryland, Joan spent time getting to know Chock better. This major upheaval, paired with the often daunting introductions to a partner's friend group, must have been intimidating and strange. Still, Joan was willing to do this on behalf of her partner. Joan and Chock share a rare connection. They have spent a considerable amount of time and energy understanding one another better. While most can agree that the stars love each other, some are less convinced that their love is shared equally. Some may wonder whether Chock is as respectful of Joan's commitments as she is of his desires. According to Marriage.com, a truly equal relationship relies on mutual respect and constructive communication. Chock never posts about being in Maryland. Part of the reason some fans second-guessed Chock's intentions was his lack of content from Maryland. While Joan has traveled on several occasions, including Christmas, Chock seems to prefer his hometown. This one-sided dynamic may create some resentment within the relationship. Joan has been impressively flexible in her relationship with Chock. Notably, she changed her mind regarding a major factor in their future commitments. Many believe Chock contributed heavily to this change of heart. The Maryland native has been incredibly vocal about her desire for a private wedding. She reiterated multiple times she prefers a small ceremony. Joan didn't want to make a spectacle out of their ceremony, but Chock was always open to the idea. It seems Joan's convictions have shifted because of Chock. Joan expressed a sudden interest in a public wedding. In a post on Chock's Instagram account, Joan told host Jason Tartick on the Trading Secrets podcast that she would no longer feel right about a private wedding. Now, she wants to include her fans in the ceremony, as the relationship means more than their isolated romance. She wants to inspire hope in other senior singletons that love can be found at any age. Joan's overall flexibility has left fans questioning whether Chock is influencing her decisions. Will Joan give in and move to Kansas in the future? Besides Joan adapting to the relationship, their plans regarding the wedding date and apartment search have shifted. While they were originally hoping to find a shared apartment by the end of 2024, Joan and Chock have not yet made a decision. The pair have not shared any updates since their original post in mid-November. Some are unsure whether they will commit to their NYC move at all. If the couple moves to one of their hometowns, Wichita, Kansas seems like the more viable option. Joan seems to enjoy the location, and Chock undeniably loves his hometown. However, this decision could lead to turmoil in the future. Joan may resent Chock for his biases. The couple should maintain open lines of communication to avoid any disagreements. Whatever the couple decides to do, and wherever they find themselves living, they will enjoy the environment together. Joan and Chock have been doing everything right, they have established. Critics have been speculating whether the Golden Bachelorettes Joan Vassos and Chock Chapple are equally committed to their relationship. Joan's recent out-of-state visit during the holidays has fueled the debate. Joan and Chock formed an undeniable bond on the show, with Chock earning the coveted first one-on-one date. Joan ultimately chose the charismatic insurance executive as the recipient of her final rose, and Chock proposed during the finale. Since then, the pair have been happily engaged. Will Joan move to Kansas? As Joan and Chock navigate their engagement, the question of where they will live has become a topic of interest. Initially, the couple planned to move to New York City by the end of 2024, but those plans appear to be on hold. Their last update on the matter came in mid-November, and no concrete decisions have been shared since. If they choose to settle in one of their hometowns, Kansas seems like the more likely choice. Joan's recent visit suggests she could envision herself living there, and Chock's deep ties to Wichita make it an appealing option for him. However, this potential move could create friction if Joan begins to feel that the relationship's compromises are one-sided. Social media presence. Joan frequently shares updates about their relationship, including moments that highlight her support for Chock. In contrast, Chock's posts tend to focus on himself or the couple as a unit, with minimal mention of Joan's personal life or hometown. Life decisions. Joan's shift in perspective regarding a public wedding demonstrates her openness to compromise. Chock, however, has not made any comparable sacrifices or adjustments publicly. What's next for Joan and Chock? Despite these concerns, Joan and Chock's love story remains one of the most celebrated outcomes of the Golden Bachelorette. Their connection is undeniable, and their journey has inspired countless fans. However, navigating the challenges of real-life commitments will be essential as they move forward. If Joan ultimately decides to move to Kansas, it could strengthen their relationship, provided Chock acknowledges and appreciates her sacrifices. Alternatively, a more balanced approach, where both partners spend equal time in each other's hometowns, might foster mutual respect and prevent feelings of resentment. A love worth fighting for. In any relationship, especially one born under the public eye, challenges are inevitable. Joan and Chock have already demonstrated resilience and a genuine affection for one another. By addressing potential imbalances and maintaining open communication, they can continue to build a strong and lasting partnership. For now, fans can only speculate about their next steps. Will Chock make a meaningful effort to embrace Joan's Maryland roots? Or will Joan's love for Chock lead her to start a new chapter in Kansas? Whatever they decide, their story serves as a reminder that love, at any age, is worth fighting for.